Infra companies, Vikram Solar, Anil Ambani, Reliance Enterprise 30% stake sale to Meta. Forget large caps, these four niche Capex underdogs boast record orders and single-digit PES. As government Capex allocation rises to Rs 12.2 lakh crore for FY27, select niche EPC and infrastructure players with record order books and single-digit PES are emerging as potential value picks compared to expensive large caps. Capex projects funded by the government are expected to see an increase during FY27 backed by an increase in budgetary allocation for this sector. Smaller players in the sector, which have far more reasonable valuations as compared to big boys, appear to be well placed to take advantage of emerging opportunities. The December 2025 quarter was quite difficult for companies in the capital expenditure Capex EPC segment with delays in project implementation and allied land acquisition problems. The recent union budget had given a fresh lease of life to Capex in FY27 with a hike in allocation of nearly 9% to Rs 12.2 lakh crore. As part of the above allocation, the central government is expected to accelerate its spending on projects related to roads, highways, bridges, tunnels, electrification, water management and allied projects. Investors are also looking beyond the well-established players like Larsen & Toubro and ABB India, towards smaller construction and infrastructure players, which offer growth prospects along with reasonable growth prospects. With Dilip Buildcon PE of 11, Patel Engineering 7, Ramki Infra 14.6 and GR Infra Projects 8.6 have a lower valuations compared to ABB and L&T. Smaller construction stocks on Dalal Street a mixed bag. There is no clear trend on Dalal Street for smaller players in the Capex EPC segment. It could be partly attributed to investors waiting for more clarity on implementation in Capex projects during FY27. No material impact. Vikram Solar, Waaree, Premier Energies predict limited effect of 126% US duty on solar cells, panels. Indian solar stocks declined after the US imposed a 126% duty on imports, though major manufacturers said diversified sourcing would limit business impact. The solar energy stocks saw a sharp sell-off following the US announcement of a 126% countervailing duty on Indian solar cell and panel exports. The share prices of major solar cell and module manufacturers such as Waaree Energies, Premier Energies dropped as much as 10% in intraday trade. However, leading Indian solar manufacturers believe that there would be limited impact. Vikram Solar says impact of US duty to limited. Solar module manufacturer Vikram Solar stated that duties would have a limited impact, as it sources cells for US customers outside India, in countries with lower tariff exposure. The recent US preliminary AD/CVD duties apply specifically to Indian origin cells. Our US order strategy was not structured around sourcing Indian cells. We already operate with a diversified supply chain for that market, including sourcing from geographies with lower tariff exposure. As a result, the direct financial impact on us is limited. Our growth strategy continues to be firmly anchored in India, where demand remains structurally strong. Ganesh Chaudhary CMD, Vikram Solar, said. Anil Ambani's Mumbai home worth Rs 3,716 crore attached in RCOM bank fraud case. ED attaches Anil Ambani's luxury Mumbai residence worth Rs 3,716 crore under the PMLA in a case linked to alleged bank fraud at Reliance Communications. ED has attached Reliance Group Chairman Anil Ambani's Mumbai house, abode, worth Rs 3,716 crore. The Enforcement Directorate has attached Reliance Group Chairman Anil Ambani's Mumbai house, abode, worth Rs 3,716 crore under the anti-money laundering law, a PTI report said. The luxurious house, which is 66 meters high with 17 floors, is located in the Pali Hill area of Mumbai. As per the report, a provisional order has been issued under the Prevention of Money Laundering Act (PMLA) to attach the multi-storied house in the case linked to an alleged bank fraud by his group company, Reliance Communications RCOM. With the latest order, the total value of seized assets in this case stands at about Rs 15,700 crore. Bombay High Court allows fraud classification. Earlier this week, the Bombay High Court had allowed Bank of Baroda, IDBI Bank, Indian Overseas Bank and BDO India LLP to take action against him under the RBI's 2024 Master Directions on Fraud Classification. A division bench set aside the December 2025 order, describing the earlier ruling as legally flawed and improper. While Ambani's lawyer asked the court to pause its decision for 4 weeks, the High Court said that, since it had already found the previous order to be illegal, allowing it to continue for even a few more weeks would amount to extending an unlawful decision. Meta subsidiary acquires 30% in Reliance's Rail in Rs 853 crore share allotment. Reliance Industries has restructured its step-down subsidiary Rail after Facebook Overseas, a Meta subsidiary, acquired a 30% stake in an Rs 853 crore share allotment. The move cements Meta's position as a minority partner. With this transaction, Rail has ceased to be a step-down wholly owned subsidiary of Reliance Industries and will now function as a step-down subsidiary with Meta Platforms as a minority partner. Reliance Industries on Wednesday announced a major change in the ownership structure of its step-down subsidiary, Reliance Enterprise Intelligence Limited Rail, after completing a large share allotment worth Rs 853.20 crore. The development comes after Rail issued 8531,75,000 equity shares with a face value of Rs 10 each at PAR. The total transaction value stands at Rs 853.20 crore and marks a strategic partnership between Reliance and global tech giant Meta Platforms, Inc. through its subsidiary, Share Allotment. As part of the allotment, 59,66,22,500 shares worth Rs 596.60 crore were allotted to Reliance Intelligence Limited, a wholly owned subsidiary of Reliance Industries. Meanwhile, 25,65,52,500 shares worth Rs 256.60 crore were allotted to Facebook Overseas, Inc., which is a wholly owned subsidiary of Meta Platforms. Following the share allotment, Reliance Intelligence Limited now holds a 70% stake in Indiana Rail, while Facebook Overseas owns the remaining 30%. Disclaimer: this article provides stock market news for informational purposes only and should not be construed as investment advice. Readers are encouraged to consult with a qualified financial advisor before making any investment decisions.